Mm, 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 mm. We ready, we ready, we ready to win. Hey, welcome to the grind podcast.
Self-reflection,
Soul searching.
personal development.
Never give up.
It's about kicking everything you got, all your will, all your strength, all your heart, all your soul, and putting it into the grind.
It's about staying persistent and always keep going, no matter what.
This the fight of your life, baby. This is everything it is. This is everything you got.
Have faith. Never fold.
I need you to grind. I need you to grind. I need you to grind.
This is the Grind Podcast.
This is not a drip. I repeat, this is not a drip.
Mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Hey, let's go. It's episode 2 of the Grind Podcast with your host, T.Y. Tanksy, Tyler, Tanksy Designs, and your boy, infamous RJ. What's up? Salute. We on live on all streaming platforms. We on Instagram Live. We on Facebook Live.
IG Live.
Yeah. We live right now. This is live
Be on the
touring
lookout
effects.
for YouTube Live.
Yep, the YouTube Live coming soon, so
Be on the
don't
lookout
even
for that
trip.
for sure.
Tyler, where can they find us at, bro?
You can find us at the Grind Podcast 1.
Mm-hmm.
That is an IG.
Yes, sir.
We can find us soon on other stations like we'll probably get a YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
we'll get a Facebook. But for now, like, comment, and share. Go to our IG, the Grind Podcast 1.
Yes.
Find us right now.
Oh, we're gonna put that in our comment thing real quick.
So yeah.
So stay tuned. We're still letting
Destiny, what's good?
You know what I'm saying? Des in the building.
Yeah.
Oh heck yeah! What up, guys?
That's one of my coworkers.
That's
She dope.
what's up.
Oh, Taylor, you in the building too. What's up?
What's up, sis?
What's up, everybody on IG? What's up, everybody on Facebook? Good morning. Or is it afternoon now?
Is it afternoon?
It's afternoon.
Oh yeah, we late.
Look,
We late. Sorry guys, we late.
it happens.
We late.
Doesn't matter. Whatever. But yeah,
We got you next time.
Yeah. But yeah, it is Tuesday, July 23rd. Happy belated birthday to the homeboy Terrell Matthews.
Happy belated birthday,
His birthday
Terrell.
was yesterday. Yeah,
Oh,
in
yeah.
Texas.
Salute, Terrell.
Happy birthday, man.
Yeah.
And shout out to y'all. Our first
yeah,
episode was real good. It was a real success for the first time.
Yeah.
We had
A lot of love.
a lot of love,
Yeah.
a lot of viewers, a lot of feedback. We really appreciate it. We take heed of what you said, and you will all be on this journey with us as we make it better.
Yeah, we just trying to get better, y'all. Every time me and Tyler, we was sitting up in here game planning what we gonna talk about and how we want to present it to you guys. So we just gonna continue to grow and continue just to try to challenge ourselves. It was a real challenge and a real grind this morning. Just waking up like, oh dang, I gotta do this. Like, let me set up. We had to link up, had to contact each other. So it's a real grind. So that's why it's called the Grind Podcast. We're going to try to keep that theme going. And today we just going to talk about the NBA offseason.
Yeah, it's been a wild offseason, bro.
Yeah.
Like, real wild. It's been quite entertaining. The NBA offseason, I feel like, has been like its own reality show.
Yeah.
Like, people really tune in to the NBA offseason.
Right. It's been crazy.
Sorry.
I never seen this many moves in one offseason.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's been I've never probably seen these big moves in all my years watching basketball like it is, and it's exciting. It feels even now. It feels like it's real competition that's going to happen. So,
the year of the dynamic duos.
Yeah. What up, Jazz? I see you over there.
Shout out to you. This is really the year.
This is really it. And well, for me, I'm biased. So I'll let y'all know. Spoilers. Hey, I'm a Laker fan. You see all my Laker stuff on. That's not a game. Like it's real.
You know, I'm from the IE, from, Pasadena and stuff. So, I'm rocking with the Lake Show, too. I've been watching them growing up all my years. And, I just fell in love with the team. Kobe, that was the man. At first, it was Tracy McGrady. I ain't gonna lie. T-Mac was my man for a while. Like, I used to love watching T-Mac play for Orlando, Houston, all those teams.
I definitely had favorite players, different from favorite teams. Like, I'm a Laker fan, but I'm a huge Kevin Garnett fan, dude. I was all in KG. For me, it was definitely from my first, how I got in the Lakers. My first person that I used to like was Nick Van Exel, Nick the Quick. He was a very cool, special, dynamic point guard. Like, he could do nothing in my eyes. Like, he could do no wrong. I still have his jersey. His jersey is hanging up on my wall in my room.
Nick Van Exel?
Yeah. Nick Van Exel, number 9.
He was cold.
They should have, he
was cold.
See, they should have retired that number 9 jersey of Nick Van Exel. I need somebody somebody tune in, contact the Lakers, NBA, whatever. Get Nick Van Exel's jersey on top of that Raptors. Because that man was sick. Yeah, I feel like no one should ever wear that, so Rondo changed your number. But whatever. I'm biased, like I said, so I don't care. But yeah, it's been a crazy offseason. Yeah. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, man. Let's get into it. Also, don't forget, guys, for all y'all who just tuned in, go to Instagram, follow us on the Grind Podcast 1. We're going to be posting videos and more audio and stuff, so you guys can kind of interact with us. Also, feel free to ask us questions throughout the podcast, so y'all can get in on the conversation too. You know what I mean? So don't be afraid or scared to, chime in. It's all good. It's all love. We just here doing this podcast. We started the podcast to give us a voice, and we want to give other people a voice too. So, definitely, talk to us. We talk back. All right, but yeah, about this all season, who should we start with? Which team? Should we start with the man himself?
I would go for the home team.
Okay, so, we can start with Brown. Oh, you gonna start with Kawhi? Oh, okay, we start with Kawhi then.
I only root for LeBron because he is on the Lakers. This for the fact that I am not the biggest LeBron fan.
Yeah.
But I want to start with Kawhi. He's from the IE. As a hometown kid, let's start with him because, man, big up to him. Win the championship in Toronto. Gave them their first championship.
Salute to Toronto. Salute. Yeah. Drizzy, I see you out there, boy, wildin'. Drizzy wildin'. Yeah, he stay wildin'.
You can't tell Drizzy.
Drizzy wildin'.
You ain't tell Drizzy got a
he ain't going to be able to tell him nothing for the rest of the year.
He got that title, so I have to take it.
Hey, shout out Kawhi, though, man.
No, yeah. Kawhi, I was really hoping Kawhi would go to the Lakers. Yeah. I always heard rumblings like, okay, well, he definitely wanted to join the Clippers. Because like, I heard mainly because he didn't want to play with LeBron. That's what I was hearing. And plus, like, but I knew he wanted to go home. I'm just biased, so I was hoping he would just put that aside. I heard him and LeBron was even texting about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just like, little do you know, behind the scenes, he was really just holding out. And
I think he was playing it smart, bro. He was seeing what everybody was doing. Like, he was seeing the moves that other teams were making. Like, I think Kyrie and Kevin Durant was the first ones to really make their moves as far as like going to the Nets, the Brooklyn Nets. So shout out to the Brooklyn Nets too for making that big time move because they've been an organization on the rise as well.
Oh yeah, people.
So I think Kawhi, he just came off a championship, so he probably was just kind of like hanging back a little bit for a second, and then like really seeing where everybody was going. Yeah. But nobody really was making moves to LA besides AD. I mean, that was a big move too.
Yeah, people really didn't expect anybody to come to the Lakers. They were saying like,
for those of y'all who don't know who AD is, that's Anthony Davis,
one of the top 5 players
in the world.
So I'm not tripping. If we got nobody but LeBron and AD, that's 2 of the top 5. That's a dynamic duo we do up here. So I wasn't mad with Kawhi. I was waiting. If I was the Lakers or any team, I would have held out and waited too, because that's again one of the top 5 players in the NBA. Yeah. Now, I feel hypocritical because I'm always like I'm kind of one of those people who gets like the super team.
The super team.
So, but I'm hypocritical.
Thanks, LeBron.
Yeah. But if that happened to my team, I ain't got nothing to say about it. I've been happy. I am a hypocrite when it comes to that. Because if Kawhi would have went there, it would definitely been over. It would definitely been a super team. Wiped out the East and the West.
Like 3-4 years of just Lakers.
6 years of dominance would have happened.
It just would have been boring basketball, y'all.
Wouldn't have been boring for me. Lakers been down.
Well, of course.
Lakers been down.
Lakers would have been home. We would have been home for sure.
We've been down for 6 or 7 years. Yeah. I wouldn't have had 0 problems with this. I'm just saying. I don't care what the league got mad at. I would have been at the Lake parades with my jersey right there.
But as far as a person who likes competition, a person who likes to see an actual game, a real struggle, like this is, we like to see the grind, like this the grind podcast, like that's what the NBA is initially. Like it's kind of like these teams, they trying to start off their season, they build their teams up, they put their teams together, and then they go through their off-season tasks. They do their free agent signing, they do their trades, they do their training camps and workouts, just like in football and stuff. And that's part of the grind until they get to the real deal, the NBA season, when it's game time and it's tip off. And for a person who is intrigued by that competition, that see who's going to be the best. Right. You know what I mean?
It doesn't become so predictable.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it gets boring with
it was getting predictable. Everybody's picking. Steph knew going to be in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was calling it. I didn't expect Toronto to.
The Warriors would have won last year.
Yeah.
So let's just put that out there. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like good for the Raptors, good for Kawhi winning, but let's kind of not hide the fact that Golden State.
Yeah, they faced a lot of injuries.
So they didn't. They would have definitely lost.
Yeah.
But it's good, like I said, good for competition. I am not mad at Kawhi for joining the Clippers. That was a smart move. That was a good move. I'm happy the hometown kid is home. He can make his money. He deserves it. I am just not a Clippers fan. So forget the Clippers, and I hope they get out of our building and stop renting it, because they don't have nothing but selfies on top of the Raptors. And that's it.
Maybe they can.
I'm not mad at that.
Maybe they can build a new stadium.
They'll work on it.
You know what I mean?
They'll work on trying to get a home stadium, which I am all for.
Yeah.
The Clippers are good organization. The only thing that I am mad about is the fact that Paul George, it came out of nowhere.
Let's talk about PG real quick, man.
Okay.
Let's talk about
because I got a bone to pick. I got a bone to pick.
I think he was the runner-up for MVP.
He was
last year.
He
playing
was
with Russell Westbrook.
He played well.
And Oklahoma City Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Did they make the playoffs? I don't know. Let me see.
The Thunder made the playoffs.
Yeah, they made the playoffs.
You don't remember the famous wave?
Oh yeah, Damian Lillard.
PG's face.
Bro, oh, that was a shot for the
They made it, Thank you. Thank you. Because of Paul George, I want OKC to lose. It's all his fault. He has to have a bone to pick apart.
As far as like records though, they only finished 6th in the West. They were 49-33. The Jazz finished ahead of them one game. The Rockets were ahead of them by a couple games. Portland, who they got knocked off by, they finished 3rd. Denver was 2nd, who was a surprise team for me last year.
Yeah. Expect them to come back.
Golden State finished number 1 in the West, as we all know.
Right. But about, like I say, OKC and how they finished. They did well. They just, when Paul George started getting injured and trying to come back, it's kind of a hurt thing right there or whatever.
Yeah.
But like I said, I was surprised at the offseason move that he requested a trade from the Thunder. Because if we all remember, last year, he made this big LeBron-esque spectacle on ESPN, having a 3 episode decided which team.
It was episode or something?
It was 3. He did a 3-day series on which team he was going to pick.
I didn't even see that.
Yes. He made a big spectacle on where he was going to go.
Yeah.
And that was like,
he ended up staying there.
He was like, oh, I love OKC. I want to win with my brother with Westbrook. I want to give it another chance.
Yeah.
Yada, yada, yada.
Giving it one more year.
But all of a sudden, oh, wait, I want to go back home. I think this was the best decision.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da. Nope. I'm calling him out. Is a fraud. He is a fake. And let's be honest. What has Paul George really proven? He ain't got no NBA Finals.
No, he doesn't.
He ain't proved he went on his own. But it's okay. Because now he can hide right behind the Clippers brand. He can hide behind Kawhi. He can hide behind the great Clippers organization.
But that's why at first I kind of didn't. I mean, I get the move, like why he would want to go and play in LA.
That's fine.
Before he went to OKC and he was on Indiana, the Pacers, they were making some noise. This is when Oladipo actually paid for OKC.
Yeah.
And then there was a trade between OKC and Indiana, which sent Paul George to OKC and Oladipo to Indiana, and I think it worked out in both parties because Oladipo started balling out.
He came up breakout strong.
That's right. Yeah, he became a star in the league. And then Paul George, he started doing this thing with Russell Westbrook, and Russell actually was able to fall back and let PG kind of do his thing. And I was amazed, and I was like, just happy that they were able to work together. But as far as the move, like to LA after that, I was like, I guess he was like, okay, I'll give you one more year. If it don't work in 1 year, then
no, because I guarantee you,
how much was the deal for it? Like for when he went to OKC,
he signed the max.
He signed the max deal.
Yeah. He signed the max deal.
That's funny, y'all. That's la feria.
Fancy word.
Yeah. But anyways,
was good, bro.
PG 13, man. I mean, I don't think we can be mad. Like,
nope, I'm mad because he hid behind. He is a fraud. I don't care. He could have been and wanted to, but if that's the case, why did he just ask to go to the Clippers before? Well, why all of a sudden now you want to go to the Clippers?
Well, I think we have to look at the facts for that one because if he coming from Indiana and then he goes to the Clippers, I think he was trying to possibly link up with LeBron at first with the Lakers.
No.
During that time,
he had
it was like LA's team. Remember,
he had the chance.
And then he ended up going to Indiana. So it's like maybe the Clippers didn't have enough picks or cap room and stuff.
But he had his chance, and all of a sudden he did it because Kawhi on the low hit him up. Like, hey, I need
he was like, bro, he was like, come to the Clippers. I mean, that was the power.
So what happened to this talk about Westbrook? Oh, it's okay, because all of these questions in the season, he's gonna have to answer, and I'm gonna be right there listening to every word he got to say. And believe you me, I'm gonna call out every false line thing he has to say.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens with PG-13.
Thank you, Dad. I appreciate it.
He playing for the Clippers right now, Los Angeles Clippers.
And the Clippers gonna be formidable.
So
let's talk about it. The Clippers gonna be formidable.
Yeah, shout out to the Clippers.
Coach, and Doc Rivers. that defense
They
between
got
Paul George, Kawhi Leonard,
Kawhi.
and Patrick Beverly is going to be a mean front court. So we dealt with for sure.
Yeah. So where do you think the Clippers will finish in the East this year? I mean, in the West. Sorry, my bad. The West.
I wish it was in the East. Let's go to the East. Anyways,
so let's see where they finished. They finished eighth. They finished the eighth spot. They were 48 and 34.
I give them top 4.
You give them top 4, so you think they'll be better than Houston, or you think Houston will be up before them?
I don't know. I give them top 4.
We got to talk about Westbrook, and after his stuff with PG, he ended up getting traded too.
Well, they had to. Because it's like they had
no more team.
Yeah, they had to move on. They got with Jeremy Grant. They moved him to the Nuggets, which makes Nuggets more.
Nuggets.
Nice.
So do you think Clippers are better than the Nuggets?
I think Nuggets are number 1. I think no more season will be the Nuggets.
No more Warriors?
No.
Because they ain't got Clay the whole season. They ain't got...
they don't have Iggy no more. They don't got DeMarcus. They don't got KD.
They don't got DeMarcus. They don't got KD.
They got Draymond Green, Steph, and they just signed D'Angelo Russell too.
D-Russ. That's a nice little move.
That's for sure.
That's probably one of the best surprises.
That is. But and I give them the credit. I just maybe see them finishing 5. I just believe if they start off with Clay,
so
I would give them higher seeds, but I think they'll be 5.
So you think they'll move up 3 spots? So probably
Nuggets will finish first.
50 plus win team.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nuggets. I believe this is my prediction. Nuggets finish first.
In the West.
I believe that Clippers. And that saying, I believe Clippers are 3 because I believe Lakers will be number 2.
You think the Lakers will be number 2?
I'm biased.
Go ahead with your bad self there, boy. With your bad self there. That's a bold prediction, dog.
All healthy wise.
Hey,
Lakers will be
I want y'all to chime in on this. This is a question for the people. Do y'all think the Lakers will be a top 2 team?
Top 4. They'll be top 4.
Okay, we'll go top 3.
Okay, fine.
Top 3.
They'll be number 3.
Do you guys think the Lakers will be a top 3 team?
I
want y'all to join this conversation.
This is what I think. So that's what. And Houston, but then again, see Westbrook again. Talking about Westbrook, I think it's a great signing that he.
Let's talk about Houston for sure.
I think that's a great signing he went to Houston, and I say that because you forget him and Westbrook played in the Thunder together. Westbrook and Harden played in the Thunder together.
They had a squad.
And they had squad. They were young, but they were beating teams, and they had squad. That's undeniable. Okay, they were beasting. I feel like now.
Do you remember how they actually broke up? Because who's the owner of the OKC Thunder? I'm sorry, guys. I don't know his name, but we'll definitely get that information to you guys to give you guys the facts always. But okay, so there was a contract. It was supposed to be a contract extension for James Harden so he can stay in OKC with Westbrook, with Kevin Durant. And so the only difference why they weren't able to come to an agreement, come to terms, was $4 million.
That's it.
For all 3 of them to stay together. $4 million.
Who's going to carry the ball more, Westbrook or Harden? That is a good question. In my estimation, if the Rockets want this to work, you have to give it to Westbrook. You have to let Westbrook carry the ball more.
You don't think he can play off ball?
I think Westbrook can play off ball, but I'm saying that.
Because
Westbrook cannot shoot.
Bro, for that question.
Westbrook cannot shoot. He cannot shoot at all.
Yeah.
And the way the system is with the Rockets,
and that's why.
You have to have shooters. So let Westbrook have the ball to set things up for Harden to shoot and make it easier for him.
That's why I think Harden might be the ball dominant person.
Doesn't make sense.
Because Harden, even if Westbrook can't really shoot from the outside like that.
So why would Harden have the ball?
Because he can create his own shot. And he can give it up when he needs to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you give it to Westbrook, he can't shoot. He can't stop it.
That's what I'm saying. So you always got somebody that can score on a dime, like pop up. Bam.
But that ain't Westbrook. That's why I say Westbrook got the ball.
We all know Westbrook's move, dog. We know his move. He gonna go to the little free throw line and pull that right there, or he gonna go to the basket and dunk it on.
I get it.
That's it.
Pull up.
But Harden, I think he's a little bit more of a dangerous threat, like as far as the scorer. And I feel like you should probably have your most dangerous threat holding the ball, like, because that way you got the best chance to to score. But who knows? Like,
I definitely agree.
It depends on D'Antoni.
No, it does. He's not going to change the system. But
you think he's going to change it?
No. D'Antoni's not going to change it. That's why.
But it ain't been working though.
It hasn't. But
it works, but it ain't got them to the finals yet.
No, I definitely agree on the Westbrook Force.
I don't know. It's tough, y'all. We gonna.
But yeah, I think it'll work. I think it'll work because they know each other and their chemistry. You forget they grew up together right here in Los Angeles,
LA.
They
West.
Bias up here. It's all West. Again, it goes right back to the West. And they grew up with each other since they were kids. They know each other, and they can be more excited to play with each other. And maybe their chemistry and them growing up, one of them will sacrifice enough to make it work. And if they do that, then maybe they're one of the top 4 teams.
Can we look out their team around them? Who's their team around them? We got. They still got
Gordon.
That boy's a beast.
Capella. They still got PJ Tucker. Great enforcer and defender. They still got.
Who else
they just had Austin Rivers back too.
Austin Rivers came in. Okay. Austin
back.
Rivers is back.
They signed Tyson Chandler.
Oh, that's a nice little.
He's back in here too.
I think he went to Dominguez Hills.
Yeah, he's on the West. Yeah, they signed Tyson Chandler. Yeah. I think that's a decent.
So far on our top 3 in the West, we got.
I don't know.
Possibly the Clips. You picking the Lakers to be in the top 3, top 2, whatever.
Right,
is Houston gonna be a top 3?
Nuggets. I think that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be Houston at 4.
Houston at the 4. I like that. Houston at the 4.
I think Warriors at 5.
Warriors at 5. I think Warriors might fall off without their squad.
This is mine.
Only Steph Curry.
You think yours the order.
All right. Well, you write down yours, and I'll write down mine.
All right. That's fine.
We gonna do this. This is gonna be our segment.
We gonna write it down. We're gonna keep talking.
We've been talking players, but we gonna write down our top
teams.
Top teams. We'll do what? Top 5.
Top 5.
Top 5. Top 5. Top 5. Top 5. All right.
Before this segment is over, y'all.
Yeah, we're gonna know our top 5
East and West teams. So y'all know that. But continuing on.
Yeah.
Who else made a move this season?
We didn't really talk Kyrie.
Kemba Walker.
We didn't really talk Kyrie.
We'll
do point guards. So we did Westbrook to Houston. Who else? That's it. PG. And Paul. We did Paul George, but I'm talking about Chris Paul. Chris Paul
to that trade.
To OKC.
Yeah, Chris Paul. I feel so sorry. He got the.
So that was the trade back after you guys. So Houston went to. Sorry about that. Westbrook went to Houston, and Chris Paul went to OKC. So that was the trade, guys. That was we're only talking the big names in this podcast right now. So
that's a big move.
There's other picks and stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Chris Paul, it's sad.
It's just that's how we're doing it today, because it's a lot to talk about, as you guys can see. The NBA's been going crazy.
Right.
We're trying to fit it as much as we can into this one segment. We'll probably, as the season goes along, we'll talk more about particular teams and players. So just stay with us. You know what I mean? Follow the grind with us. Go to the podcast. at the Grind Podcast 1. Somebody said Chris Walker is over. That's messed up.
Hey, look, you have a better argument.
Yeah, right.
But
yeah.
thank you for that plug.
Yeah.
Continue on.
But,
Chris Paul, yes.
but yeah,
he got the run.
Okay, so he got the run and deal. But supposedly he's not going to be there for long.
No, but they talk about they're going to keep. They're not rushing no buyout or no trade. They're saying now he's going to probably stay till he's going to stay to suit up.
Yeah.
Suit up at OKC.
Because that's money.
But that ain't going to fit. You're trying to get out of there. He was supposed to be trying to go to Miami.
Yeah.
So he definitely got the run of the deal. I feel like I don't know who would be the best suit for Chris Paul right now at this point. He's still good to me. He act like he can't play.
I got a question. Who's your top point guard in the NBA right now? Is it still Steph, or you think Kyrie?
I never thought Steph was top point guard.
Oh, really?
That wasn't me. The top one.
That boy Steph is nice.
Offensively, defensively, he's trash.
Who else play defense? That's a point guard besides Patrick Beverly.
No, but I'm talking about a two-way point guard.
I'm talking about the best point guard.
Well, I'm saying my definition of a top point guard is you can play both ways. And I would say, okay. The top
That's what I'm saying, bro. You gotta. They don't nobody play defense no more.
No, they do. Unless
you include
Dame does. Dame does.
Okay, you can put Dame in there, but even Dame's not a great defender. CJ McCollum's a way better defender than Dame Dash.
I don't think way better, but no.
Game time.
Whatever.
This is the offensive league, bro.
It is.
But defense. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, well, let's not act like because Kawhi and Paul George is like one of like top two. There's a reason why they're like top two best players. Well, not top two best players, but they're the best two-way players because that matters. The fact that they can play defense too makes Clippers that more formidable on the defense. They're gonna lock people down. It's because of the defense, not only because of offense. Offense is definitely the star-struck thing in the league, but defense is definitely not like unnoticed.
Okay, y'all. So,
but the best in the league, best point guard in the league. Oh my God, I think.
And we want to know y'all best point guard as well. So if y'all think you know who the best point guard is, or in your opinion, definitely chime in and tell us who y'all think is the best point guard. We'll put that as a question.
It's too many. It's too many. I'm
going Steph and Kyrie's the top two. Easy for me. Bro. I'll take Dame Dash 3.
I may have to go with Kyrie.
And Westbrook at 4.
I may have to go with Kyrie.
You on Kyrie? I'll take Kyrie.
But I don't know. Ooh, you got Westbrook at 4? That's kind of.
You gonna put him ahead of Dame?
I would.
What?
Yeah.
He can't even shoot. Oh, he can shoot, but he ain't no killer from the three.
Averaged a triple-double the last 2 or 3 seasons. I'm sorry, I'm picking him. I don't care.
All right, well,
that's me.
All right, I think it's a fair argument because he does provide a lot of other things besides offense. Yeah, rebounds, exactly. That counts. Assists counts. Energy and flow of the team, that counts. So I'll give you at 3 and 4. It's up in the air with.
So where does Kemba Walker fit? Let's talk about it. Kemba Walker has went to the Celtics.
Guys.
He had left the Hornets, and I heard they didn't want to really pay him that little max because if they're not in contention or doing well, it's it wasn't going to do well.
James McDaniel said LeBron going to Miami and pulling 2 championships outset the standard of today of the team's matchups and trades for the win. And what got Miami those rings was that defense.
First of all,
fair enough.
That's fine. And first of all, Ben Simmons, I guess he is a point guard, but I don't include him as the top point guard until he learns how to shoot. And that's why I don't agree that he should have got that max extension. But get your money.
We'll talk about that in the future.
Get your money, Ben.
Yeah, definitely get your money.
Get your money. I just don't believe that.
Let's talk about that. We've been talking trades and stuff, and these players, and we're going to try to switch it up a little bit, guys. We've been going with the trades and we continue going with the trades. But let's talk about a little bit when how these players, when it comes to their grind and their personal finances, and when it comes to them making these decisions, whether to go here, whether to go here and play for these different teams, kind of like what your uncle saying, LeBron choosing to go to Miami. That was a personal decision. Like,
I feel
all got lives. You know what I mean? So this is their grind. This is their show. Like, they all have their own, personal things that they got going on. So
I feel that the NBA is just, I feel like
that.
because
Or
when it comes to the business aspect, since they want to keep that part in there, everyone knows it's a business. Everyone gets quote unquote traded and let go and free agent and everything else. All I'm saying is when the owners decide, executives, GMs get together, they decide to trade a player out of nowhere, even if it's like displaying unloyalty. Like, I mean, for example, like when they say, oh, your name is going to be in the Raptors when it's all said and done, and all of a sudden they get traded. Or like even 2 seasons ago or 3 seasons ago when Blake Griffin got traded and they signed him an extension. And they was talking about, yeah, his name was going to be up there. And they were talking about how he was, the next big thing in the Clippers. And they were trying to reassure him. They traded him to the Pistons. Like, but it's okay for the NBA to do that. No one complains when stuff like that happens. But when it's free agency or when a player feel like it's time for them to go and make a move and choose what's best for them and their family and their career, oh, it's bad. Oh, it's tampering. Players shouldn't do that. Oh, we have a right to express for you to like stay, and you should be able to be happy here because we give you money, etc. here, so you should be happy doing it here. But it's looked frowned upon, so it's hypocritical. Like, players should be able to decide where they want to go, how they want to play, where they want to play, what's best for them, because it's their lives. Like, you don't own them; they're not monkeys.
A lot of players don't realize the powers that they have. These guys come in as rookies, dog. These is 18, 17, 19-year-old kids, like, or young adults. I'll call them young adults. They don't realize when they get these contracts, you know what I mean? All they see is paper and they see the dollar signs. They're not actually looking at, what's the legal obligations that they have to these contracts. There's stuff that they can put in where, they have a no trade clause. I know they have that in the NFL. I think they have it in the NBA. You know what I mean? They have incentives where if they produce a certain amount of stuff, they can get paid more. But they got it's all contractual. So what these players need to realize when they sign their rookie deals, like Zion, #1 pick overall, Jason Morant, or you know what I mean, all these RJ Barrett, you know what I mean. They need to get hand in hand with their attorneys. They need to get hand in hand with their agents, and they need to be, seeing what's actually on these contracts, because that's where they get messed up at. Is they see them dollar signs like, oh, I'm paid. I'm paid, and they sign on the dot, and then guess what? They lose all control of their own destiny. And I think as a rookie, as a player, whoever, athlete, or even somebody working in the workforce, you know what I mean? Pay attention to what you signing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's your grind. That's your life. So you need to make sure that, once you get, you handle your business on the court for sure. You're a professional, but make sure before you sign that dotted line, you need to be making sure that everything's accounted for. Cross your T's, dot your I's, stay on your P's and Q's, and don't get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And I think they need to pay more attention to that, and then they'll have more control of their destiny later when they get to like a LeBron level. Because LeBron's the ultimate businessman I've seen in the sports that I've ever seen.
But I think he kind of paved the way for that.
For owning your own.
And I think, I don't think players are as dumb or as ignorant or naive as they were before because of that. Mm-hmm. Because players and the Players Association and they come to these agreements with the board of governors on how to maneuver with the players and take interest in the players and what they think, and they come up with these agreements and these rules and regulations of what they can do, what they can't, give them more freedom. And I think through that and just like I say, following the footsteps of people like LeBron, who's learned to pave way of their own, has helped that. I think that's helped that kind of stuff tremendously.
Just getting that information out, and people becoming more aware. But as far as when it comes to these free agents and these trades, that's what's giving them more power, bro. That's what's giving Kawhi. I want to go here.
What's giving
you know what I mean?
But see, I think
that's what's giving the players more power.
But it's you know what I mean. It's like my man said, like when their stock drops, then one tells them like that, and then they're on the way, and then they don't hesitate to be traded. I agree with that, but I think that depends on where your stock is. Like you're saying, like Kawhi, LeBron, all these superstars that move, they move because they have the power to. That's not speaking to the average player who only make like $9 million a year.
That's where your value come into play.
They don't have that same power.
If you ain't putting up the numbers, don't expect your value to be that high. Your production is dependent upon your value. Other stuff also plays into part of that. Age. People don't value older people as much, which is unfortunate because older people got hella wisdom, but they're looking at athleticism and body and stuff like that.
You in your like 30s, like if the people start to look at how much we gonna give you an extension for 4 or 5 years, you may be getting injured by the time you're in the second year.
And again, LeBron beating the time.
He needs to beat it as long as he did with the Lakers. Beat it and give us how many years you got left? 3. Give us 3 championships as long as you there. I'm biased. Yes.
Hear that, LeBron 3.
Y'all can send it to them, send a postcard, fly with me.
What's some call it?
They didn't beat it.
Even Tom, not to switch over to NFL, but Tom Brady defying the odds. You know what I mean? But just hold your just know your. I guess the underlying point is like know your value when it comes to your business. Know your value when it comes to your grind. Know what you bring to the table when it comes to your grind. You know what I mean? So definitely put in that work, stay in that gym, and grind it out, man. That's what it's about. So that's when you start making moves like Kawhi and start making moves like LeBron and all these prominent athletes. That's
I think that's why and you can develop. That's why I'll be like most improved player. That's I think one of my favorite awards most improved because that shows the work and the grind and players that come from nothing and they blow up to the superstar because they get more improved. Most improved player is always the one to me that gets the most praise because those like the CJ McCollum, he got most improved. He wasn't like that all the time. He wasn't like that at all. Siakam just got it. Yeah. So that's why Toronto's gonna be just fine.
Yeah. Should we talk any more about the? Well, we can talk forever about the trades and the free agents and stuff. We got Jimmy Butler going to Miami.
That signed and trade to Miami, but maybe
we got D. Russ, Chris Middleton signed the max deal.
Yeah, he wasn't going nowhere.
Al Horford, where Al Horford go to?
Al Horford went to the Sixers.
And
actually,
I didn't say nothing about the Sixers.
No,
it's a shame on this.
But like I say, I've been running down my top 5, so I got my top 5.
The Sixers in the West?
They're in the East.
I'm tripping. My bad. I'm thinking too much, y'all. I'm thinking too much.
Anyway,
DeMarcus Cousins, JJ Redick.
First of all, JJ, where did he go?
JJ went to.
No, he didn't. Where did he go?
Somebody help us out with that one. Where did JJ Redick go to?
I want him to go to the Lakers.
Come on, live viewers.
But either way, I think it was the Bucks, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Whatever. But I offer definitely.
Tobias Harris re-signed with the Sixers. Porzingis over with
Dallas.
Dallas.
And speaking of that, while we're on the subject, international players. Shout out to Luka Doncic, rookie of the year last year. International play has definitely went up. Most definitely. It has went up. Can we talk about how many people are dropping out the FIBA World Cup?
Yeah.
Like,
Let's talk about it. Let's talk
like-
about it.
it's like 8 or 9 players. Like I remember, like Harden dropped out, Eric Gordon dropped out, Bradley Beal dropped out, AD dropped out, Zion dropped out, and a couple other players.
Yeah.
CJ McCollum dropped out, and I'm just like, I guess it's all personal reasons, but I'm like, I just want to raise a question, like, what happened to it? Like, you know, between the Dream Team and the Beam Team, Rod, Carmelo, you know, Kobe, B-Wade,
You know
KD,
something funny? I think you might be.
Pelicans. Thank you. He went to the Pelicans.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate
Appreciate
that. Yeah.
Ran.
AJ on the Pelicans, y'all.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
damn,
Ran.
Pelicans. All right, I think Pelicans might be a surprise.
Probably
team.
nothing. They ain't got nothing.
They got Zion.
They not making it.
Lonzo,
Listen,
Jai.
they are not making it in the playoffs.
I'm picking
I'll pick-
Pelicans as my surprise playoff 8-spot team.
Bro, you are really I'm saying that.
I'm going on a limb.
You mean to tell me you put them for the Suns and the
I picked
Kings
them for the
and the
Suns
Mavericks?
and the Kings. Mavericks, I'm not sure,
Exactly.
but
You gonna put
definitely before. Definitely before who else? Who's these other teams? Minnesota,
Listen,
Memphis. I'm picking them before Memphis.
you gotta be out your mind.
I'm picking them before Dallas, or not Dallas. But look, they were 33 and 49,
Bro,
and then
they had
young
AD.
talent. Yeah, they did. But he didn't even play half the season.
That still matters.
He didn't play half the season.
So who you were? They got rid of Julius Randle.
Yeah.
He went to
Julius
New York.
Knicks. Yep. Yep.
Which
The Knicks is crazy. Yeah, we gotta see. We gotta do another episode because there's a lot to talk about, y'all, about
back
this
to the offseason.
NBA offseason. But we just wanted to introduce the NBA offseason because there's been a lot of moves, man. There's been a lot of business going on. A lot of players doing this, that. Like,
all I'm saying
this is. I think 2019 is probably
That's
the
what I'm about to say.
craziest offseason
if it's any time, I'm telling y'all, even ladies, because I understand, ladies, when fall season comes, I know y'all lives, it seems over for your girlfriend, for wives. I understand y'all lives is over because we got basketball, we got football, and you know, we be glued to the TV from Sunday to Sunday. We gonna get out of church early just for the Sunday games. We gonna watch NBA. But if there's any time to watch the NBA, I'm telling y'all, it is now.
Yeah.
The NBA is not dead.
Ladies, get informed.
It is competition all around.
So you can talk to your man about the NBA season because we like talking about this.
That's the best advice I got for y'all. Don't be mad. Just join in.
Yeah,
Pick
exactly.
a team.
Pick a team you like, and don't let it be your man's team. I ain't with all that
Don't forget
stuff.
that.
Pick your team that you like, ladies.
My girl better be a Lakers fan. I don't care what nobody say.
My girl, she be picking her own team. I be like, you a Dolphin fan? She be like, I like the jerseys with this color.
What teams is she like?
The Bengals.
I would have been happy for her to say the Cleveland Browns, because at least they predicted to win the Super Bowl. Or whatever. We're going to let her live.
All right.
New Orleans Saints all day for that nation, just for football.
See, you don't even want the Pelicans in the 8 spot, bro. Come on.
First of all, I said New Orleans Saints. That is
I
football.
know, but it's
That
still
is
New
totally
Orleans.
different. Well, I'm
Shout out to New Orleans. That's
I'm
where
trying to
my-
go. That's my next. That's
Yeah,
next.
that's where my mom's from.
Oh, well,
Shout out New
yeah,
Orleans.
yeah, yeah. But Pelicans, no. You tripping if you think the Pelicans getting in there. You
That's why I said I'm going on the limb.
You go on the big limb.
Yeah,
Either way,
I'll jump.
that's fine. You see me pick Lakers as number 2, so we gonna see how this season.
I want to see what Lonzo do.
Lonzo, listen, unless Lonzo and Ingram have a big jump, unless Zion Williams come out and dominate,
I ain't even.
then the Pelicans ain't going nowhere right now.
It would not be nice.
Oh my
He
God.
finally got his own team. Him and Lonzo together with Zion.
First of all, Lonzo and him just came off injuries, and they need to be healthy. Ingram just
But
got
he
off
had
the blood
some
clot. He got a blood clot in his shoulder.
Yeah, but
He ain't even doing basketball activity right
if
now.
you remember, Lonzo had plenty of time to heal during the 2018 season. He was injured for a long time.
Yes, but that's my point.
Ingram, he started trying to come back during, I want to say October.
It was towards the end of the season.
He's in the season. That's when he stopped going. And then, yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see how they looking. But we're gonna give you guys our top picks. We're going into almost 50 minutes right now. Should we do East and West or just West? All right, so I'll pick my Eastern teams then, and then we're gonna do the Rookie of the Year. We're gonna do our MVP picks real quick. Coach of the Year, 6-man, and then also we're gonna pick the finals who we think is gonna win overall. All right, so
first of all, I don't trust your picks when you just pick the Pelicans to sleep with you to get in.
it's all right. That's why they my picks. That's why they my picks.
Let me tell you, you have lost all credibility with these lines. Okay.
Who? Hey, I want to know who messing with the Pelicans.
Hey.
Okay, that's gonna be another one. Do anybody think the Pelicans are gonna make the playoffs next year?
Whoever
this year?
Listen, whoever's there. Let's hope next year. You said it right.
This year.
Right. Whoever picked the Pelicans, you obviously not know. A
spot. Do y'all think the Pelicans are gonna make the playoffs?
They are going to be a 12th spot. I am telling you.
You think the Suns gonna be better than them?
Yes, I do. Oh, I can't wait till the NBA season starts. We going back to this conversation for sure. I don't trust your opinion, like I said.
All right, so let's see. Oh yeah, I already know.
You don't know.
I already know who's gonna win the East.
No. Either way, whatever.
I already know who's gonna win the East. Oh yeah, and feel free, you guys, to pick your own picks for the East and West. Also, feel free to pick your Rookie of the Year, your Coach of the Year, your 6-man, and who you think is going to win the NBA Finals. We're going to post a video so y'all can, definitely see who you guys got, basically.
These are my picks for these top 5. So, but yeah, who would be a sleeper team? Sleeper team out from the West. You know what? I'm gonna say this. Don't count the Spurs out. I'm gonna say this. I got my top 5, but
that's a good pick.
Don't count the Spurs out. Especially since I heard they just added Tim Duncan, which is probably the biggest story for me.
Let them know, bro. Let them know.
Well, they did. They just added Tim Duncan to the assistant coach. Now, Tim Duncan been gone for a while from the NBA. Like, he's been gone doing his own thing. In order to convince him to be an assistant coach and move him back, they doing something in the Spurs organization.
I like my picks.
It's either Pop is going to step down soon and they're going to mold Tim Duncan into the Spurs culture and they going to continue this or something. But him there is got to be a trick up their sleeve for sure. Hey, don't sleep on the Spurs. That's my sleeper in the top 5, at least top 5.
Is Home Depot coming back next year?
Yep. And this is why I have my picks the way they are.
Cool.
So,
all right. So we got that. All right. So we're gonna take it to the board now, y'all. This is a new segment we introducing on episode 2 of the grind. We're gonna pick our picks.
But can we tell our top 5 for the West and East first?
Okay, let's do that first. All right. So
you go
East. We'll start with the East.
Okay. What's your top 5?
All right. So my top 5 for the East are number 1. I'm going with the Milwaukee Bucks, the reigning MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Ah, you said that wrong.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Greek freak.
The Greek freak.
Anyways,
is gonna come back more hungry than he's ever been.
Oh my God.
More hungry.
Continue.
And all right.
Continue.
That's number 1 for the East.
Continue.
Number 2, with the acquisition of Al Horford, I think the 76ers, along with Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons, are going to be dominant in the East as far as beating all the other Eastern.
I'm glad you explained what dominant means. Yeah. Thank you, AJ. Anyway,
all right. Number 3, I got Kyrie and KD. The only reason why I'm not picking the Nets as number 2 or maybe even number 1 is because KD is hurt. Yeah, that's gonna affect them. They got a lot of young talent.
Cool.
You know what I mean? I like what I see in LeVert. I think he's a future All-Star. What's the big man's name?
No, they just got DeAndre Jordan too.
Oh, yeah, DeAndre Jordan. See, so I got the Nets at number 3,
And
number 4, the reigning NBA champs. I got the Raptors. Even though they don't got Kawhi anymore, I just got a feeling they still gonna be hungry. So I'm gonna pick them at number 4. And number 5, I got the Boston Celtics. Just they got still a lot of young talent. Rozier's still there. Jason Tatum. He's in Celtics, isn't he?
He was looking for a bigger contract. He was trying to play a backup. He wanted his own shine.
Yeah,
Guess where he is? With the Hornets. That's how Kemba Walker does.
All right. Well, I still got them at 5 because Kimba's nice. All right, and then they also got still Jaylen Brown and stuff. So they still got a very young nucleus.
Okay.
All right. So let me get your East.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm flipping the script on some of this. 76ers, first of all day, every day. 76ers just may go to the finals. That's
That's your number 1?
Yeah, that's my number 1.
Okay.
If Ben Simmons...
We're going to save these cards too, y'all.
Okay. Ben Simmons, if he can get a shot, that's all. I just need Ben Simmons to get a decent shot. It don't got to be from 3. He just get a decent shot. And with Al Horford and Richardson, I think Richardson creates a great defense. I just think with Tobias Harris getting that extension and Jimmy Butler gone, he's the focal point and he can be the closer that they need. 76ers is right there dominating the East. That's what I got. The Bucks, number 2. Giannis, the Greek freak, with Chris Middleton.
So we switched on that one.
Yeah, we did. The Greek freak, Middleton coming back, hopefully strong on the defensive end. Them signing a bunch of shooters around them, and retaining like Lopez and all that. Knowing that Giannis,
they gonna be nice.
Yeah, Giannis is probably the only one who can't shoot. But the smarter thing is they run the people who can't shoot. The Bucks will be right there. They could be past 76ers. They could. They wanted 76ers thought they could beat the Bucks last year, so they really want them. So watch that matchup all year between the 76ers and the Bucks. That's gonna be a battle. Number 3, I got the Pacers. Because Victor's coming back, and I just believe that with him back and the Pacers, they were on a good run. They did real well.
They won 48 games.
Yeah, Nate McMillan was a good coach. I think they will be back with a force better than ever. That's just my pick. Number 4, I'm going with the Celtics.
Okay, so
I'm going with the Celtics.
Back again. Who you got at 5 though?
Well, at 5, I really was going between Nets and Raptors.
Hey, you got
but I have to say the Raptors. And I say that only because, KD is hurt. Yeah. I think Nets will be formidable because Kyrie is an amazing point guard. And the things around them, the core around them, they will be very good. DeAndre in the middle. But I just
Kyrie's your best point guard.
But I think Raptors as a whole is a better team. And Siakam is going to get better. And retaining people like Gasol.
That's why I like the Raptors, because they still got a team.
Exactly. They may be better than the Celtics.
But they don't got Danny, though.
They may be better than the Celtics, but I give them the Raptors number 5 spot. That's my top 5 I want to do.
All right, then y'all pick the 6, 7, 8 spot.
Who's your West?
All right, so down to the West.
Back to the West.
Let's see. I got number 1, LeBron James. I got the Lakers at number 1. I don't care what anybody say. The Golden State Warriors are done. They're done, man.
Okay.
They're done.
Okay.
All right.
That's pretty bold for Lakers at number 1.
Yes. Number 2, I got Denver. They were just a good team. Jokic is only gonna get better. Murray's only gonna get better. A whole squad is
they just signed
good.
Paul Millsap back. They gonna get that rookie back.
They're good.
Will Barton
and they play team basketball. All right. Number 3, I got Portland. I think Dame is even hungrier than he has ever been. I think CJ is as hungry as he's ever been. Number 4, Golden State. They falling off, y'all. But I think Steph and Draymond and their little pick and roll, and all they gotta do is surround them with a couple of shooters, and I think they'll be formidable. Number 5, I'm going with the Clip Show.
Oh, wow, you put Clippers all the way
Yeah.
up 5?
Okay, let me take that back. I'll give them number 4. You're right. I'll put them number 4 and Golden State 5 because that's where I'm going with it.
All right, cool. All right,
And they probably end up higher, but they gotta prove it to me. They gotta show me.
No, I hate Clippers. I don't care. Anyway, Nuggets is my number 1 pick. They already got a team. They brought everybody back. They just added Jeremy Grant. That's a big pickup for them, especially off the bench, because he has had a breakout year in my opinion last season at OKC. Them bringing everyone back, they're only getting better. Like you say, Nurkic and Murray, that combination is a deadly combination. They got Harris at the shooting guard spot, bringing Will Barton off the thing, and bringing, like I said, off the bench, you got Jeremy Grant. You have, hopefully that rookie comes back in place. Nuggets is probably going to be number 1. 4 when it's all said and done.
Nuggets
Number
won
2,
54 games last year.
Number 2, I got my Lake Show. I got my Lake Show. I don't care what anybody says. That is the best duo. We got both top two players in the whole NBA. And you ain't going to stop no pick and roll when it comes to LeBron and AD. You have no chance. And now that we added DeMarcus Cousins, some formula, we got some shooting with Draymond Green. We got some two-way players there. Not Draymond Green. We got some two-way players with Danny Green and Avery Bradley. That is nice and formidable. That is a formidable mix. We've definitely done a good job.
Wait. Anybody on our Instagram live, sorry. They only let you do an hour.
It's all good.
Complain to the IG about it. All right, tell them we need more time. All right, sorry.
Anyways, Lakers gonna be number 2. Clippers number 3. I don't think they're gonna be better. I don't think they're gonna be better than Lakers. That's just me. Paul George and Kawhi Leonard is formidable, but I just do not think they will be better than the Lakers. Those two are not better than my R2. That's just how I feel. Yes, they will have the defense will be there, but I think one thing we have over them.
That's probably where I'm overlooking too. Their defense.
No, the defense is going to be top.
It's going to carry them.
But I do not.
As far as they need to go.
I don't believe in their experience. I don't believe in it. I think Lakers got championship pedigree with all their players, from Rondo to Danny Green to LeBron to DeMarcus, like all these players that's been there. They got the pedigree. I think experience.
LeBron know what he's doing.
Yeah. LeBron ain't been playing since all this. He had his time off. LeBron is
so does Kawhi too. But he might have a little bit less legs than LeBron, like you're saying.
And so number 4, I got the Rockets.
Okay.
I got the Rockets.
I don't even think I put the Rockets on mine.
Nope.
Shame on me.
Shame on you.
Shame on me. I'm sleeping on the Rockets.
I understand. You got to beat the Pelicans in this playoff, so I can understand how you did it. You have lost all credibility with me.
No, look.
You have lost
I'm taking Golden State out. I'm taking Golden State out. And I'm putting in the Rockets.
You cannot change.
Yes, I can change my shit.
You can't. Hell no. Whatever, man. Do what you want to do. I just
forgot about the Rockets. That's all.
Do what you want to do.
All right, go ahead. Keep going.
I got the Rockets. I think Westbrook and Harden together, and they're going to figure it out. They're going to be a tandem, and they are going to be what each other needs, and they're going to do what they got to do. But
I hope they do figure it out.
I just don't believe that they'll be a better defensive team. So I stick them at number 4. And just that. They'll win a bunch of games, but I just do not think they will.
They got Clint Capella down there, though, at least holding it down at the paint. Because he's a good defender.
But I give him that credence of being top 4. Though. That's why.
Number 5.
Number 5, I got the Warriors. Because, honestly, you can't count the Warriors out. That dynasty is over, but when you still have Steph and Clay, 2 of the best shooters in NBA history ever seen.
Coming back next year. That's what I'm looking at.
I think he will. I think he will.
Clay,
It'll be late. It'll be late, but I think he will. And I think adding D'Angelo Russell right there and still having Draymond is formidable enough to keep them steady until Clay comes back. And when Clay comes back, I am telling you, we don't forget how good of a shooter they are.
They're going to be lit.
Because no one can stop them.
They're gonna
Okay.
be lit.
No one can stop.
That's why I don't think he's coming back next year. Maybe later in the season, but that's why
Well, if he does,
If he does leave,
it'll
okay,
be. I'm
for sure.
saying if he does, it'll be too late, and that's why I said they'll be at number 5.
Okay.
Had they had him, they'd be up there.
Okay.
Probably, they're probably better than the Rockets. I would give them top 4.
Okay, cool. I like
That's
the picks.
fine. But
I like. Well, that's our East and West top 5 picks, y'all.
I will be better because he picked the Pelicans.
I picked the Pelicans to be the surprise A spot pick for the West, y'all. So don't try to over here trying to discredit my picks just because I choosing them. I know they're on far reach. I know that, but sometimes you just get that feeling.
Yeah, we're getting you.
So yeah. Anyways, we're gonna switch
Pick your rookie of the year.
to our rookie of the year, MVP, coach of the year, 6th man, and finals winners. Okay.
Here we go. Who's yours? Rookie of the year.
All right. My rookie of the year.
This draft class really sucked to me. Like they didn't.
Think so?
Yeah, they didn't. The past 2 years been good, but like really anywhere to me past top 4 players has been big. And that's it. Now they could. Their season's here, so we're gonna see what they do.
I'm picking my rookie of the year to be the number 1 pick overall, bro.
That's
Because he don't have to play, so I'm picking Zion.
well, I'm doing something.
You going RJ Barrett?
R.J. Barrett.
Okay.
R.J. Barrett will be rookie of the year. Why do you think Zion will be rookie of the year?
The reason why I think Zion will be the rookie of the year, guys, is because one, he's got a lot of fresh year, a lot of bounce. He don't really have that great of a jump shot, but I think he can shoot a little bit. He's gonna get a lot of minutes because AD's not there no more. I'm not sure if he'll be playing the 3 or the 4, but I think they're gonna switch off with him a lot. So I just think because of his playing time and his being on the court, he's gonna be getting his numbers. And we don't have or Lonzo's not that guy where he's going to be taking a bunch of shots. This guy is a ball distributor. He's a general. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I think he's going to be feeding them. And, Ingram's going to do his ISO moves and stuff. But I think Zion will definitely get the majority, or not the majority, but a lot of touches, enough to get rookie of the year. So that's my pick for Zion. RJ?
RJ, I feel like highly recruited. I think
his
argument,
talent.
His argument he could have been number 1.
Yeah.
And I think in the market of where New York is, I just think his shooting and I think even his athleticism and maybe a bit defensively is underrated. Mm-hmm. I think being in New York, it gives him time to grow and kind of time to shine more because there's nobody I think he's one of those players that can impact the team.
Right away. Yeah.
Summer League.
He looked decent in Summer
League he started off slow, but then you start seeing flashes of what he can do. I was RJ is really going to be the truth. I think he's.
How many points per game do you think he'll score?
I don't know.
I'll give him 17 points a game, 16. How many do you think he got to score to win? To win to the rookie of the year.
I think it takes more. I think it goes
because
more than that. But
Luka was up in almost 20.
I think if you score a good 17, 18.
Yeah, you know that consideration.
You get that consideration.
All right, so MVP. I'll let you pick first. I think people know who I'm going to pick.
I'll be mad to say first. I'm going King James. King James. King James.
LeBron James.
He will be the MVP. And it's not even because I'm biased to being a Lakers.
LeBron James.
I'm going to tell you why I think. This man has had 8 playoff appearances. Is it 8? He hasn't been out of the playoffs. He hasn't been out of the playoffs since his sophomore year. And he finally was off.
Yeah, last year was the only year I can remember.
He is coming back rejuvenated, healthy. He is coming back motivated with the team he has. And if you don't think LeBron is coming back with vengeance, you're crazy. He is
talking
crazy.
About game hungry, I think LeBron.
You about to see him come back.
He missed the playoffs. LeBron don't miss the playoffs.
He's coming back rejuvenated. King James to me is no doubt he is coming back to put up some MVP numbers.
And I'll add on to that, just because he's going to have a winning team this year too. Him going out last year, you seen the decline in the team. Of course, anytime you lose LeBron, your team is not going to be the same. But I think that him having a winning team, caliber player like AD to play with is gonna, greatness pushes greatness, and it's only gonna push the best out of them. That iron sharpens iron type of grind type thing. I think that's what's gonna happen. So LeBron, he might almost average a triple double, bro. You know what I mean?
No, I'm telling you, he's gonna come back with it. That's my pick.
All right, this is a different pick for us. We're doing Coach of the Year next, y'all. Or right now, so
that's so early to pick.
Yeah, this one. I'll give you mine first. I'm going with Mike D'Antoni. Wow. I'll give you my reasons. The reason why I think Mike D'Antoni might win Coach of the Year, will win Coach of the Year, is because if he's able to make it work with Russell Westbrook and James Harden, and they have a winning season and go far in the playoffs, which is why I kind of was mad that I forgot them off my top five. But if they can make that work somehow, I think that deserves a Coach of the Year award, bro. Everybody else, we know what they're gonna do. You know what I mean? Or maybe somebody from the Lakes, Van Gundy, maybe.
All right, my Coach of the Year. Brett Brown, coach of 76ers.
Nice.
Brett Brown. And I say that because I really believe in the 76ers dominance. I really think they're going to be that dominant. I think they're going to be dominating the East. They're going to have the top record in the East, and I picked them to go to the NBA Finals in the East. If honestly, I would probably change my pick if Kevin Durant wasn't injured and he was playing with the next season. I'd probably pick their coach. But I think 76 is going to be dominant. I think Brett Brown is going to adjust things and change it to a new team to where they're going to be flawless and they're going to flow and the chemistry is going to be right. And I think Brett Brown is going to do that. That's if I had to pick early pick.
I think Joel Embiid is going to be a huge part of that. He better stay.
He was crying. He was crying.
Yeah, he was crying when he left the court.
You think
that was his last game he played? He was crying.
He coming back with vengeance for sure.
All right, so 6 men. You want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go.
All right.
Honestly, listen, I'm keeping it in the West.
I'm pretty good at D'Angelo Russell as 6 man if they came back.
No, I think also they were going to put him probably at shooting guard and put Clay into the three. I think that's what's going to happen. Either way, my 6 man is probably going to be the defending Lou Williams.
Yeah, we got a lot of the same things.
Lou Williams. Lou Williams is coming back as the 2-time 6 man of the year. Why? Because now that he has more freedom with them there, he don't got to do as much. He can just go out there and do what he do best off that bench. And in the way Clippers are, he has every lane to do so. And he is just going to go off, and he's probably going to be the most consistent. I'll see right now, no one beat Lou Williams as a 6 man. Maybe Eric Gordon, maybe, but my bet is on Lou Williams. That's just how I see it. I see it because of freedom. I see it because of freedom he's going to have now and the consistency that he's going to show. The rejuvenation of Clipper Nation is here, and they ready. Pat Beverly and Lou Williams ready to put it together, ready to get it going.
Yeah, they've been on it all summer.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go ahead and add on to that. Lou. My pick for 6 man of the year. My reasons, a lot of the same reasons that she had is freedom to be able to rain down that Kawhi's there. PG's 13's there, so it's going to take a lot of pressure off. But my main reason is because this man is a baller, bro. This dude he be hooping. Like, freaking Lou Will, he carried the whole team last year.
Off the bench.
The whole team.
Off the bench. So, I mean, how can you go against that?
And he been in the gym practicing. I seen him on the Eric Hines UCLA run. I seen him on it. Like, he one of the consistent faces. Like, and it's not to show the grind. When I seen last year, who's the two standout like unexpected players from the Toronto Raptors? Siakam.
And probably
Van Fleet. Okay, these two guys were at the UCLA Eric Hines run all last year. Every time I came home on YouTube, I'll watch that, and these guys were always in there. James Harden will pull up every once in a while. You'll see Russell Westbrook pull up every once in a while, but these guys were there every day, especially Siakam and Van Fleet, and it showed their progress because these guys in the playoffs, when it counted most, they were balling. You know what I'm saying? So I'm picking Lou Will because not only because work ethic and grind, because he's just a hooper, he's talented, and now that they got PG and Kawhi, he's gonna be able to do pretty much anything he wants on the court.
Pretty much.
So that's my pick. All right, and then the all-time last one, guy. We've been at it for about an hour and 15 minutes, so thank you to everybody who's stayed in with us. We're going to do our NBA Finals pick. We would also like to shout out our sponsors and events they got coming up. Shout out to the Ball Drop, K Mose. His birthday bash is coming up August 3rd. Shout out to the Homecoming Showcase brought to you by right now. Sounds of Ray. They got artists like Motive, Cam Nar, Flight, Rails. They're all performing in San Bernardino on August 10th. So everybody pull up to that. And also, Cam also has an event on the 28th with Cameron from Dipset. Shout out to the East. I know we've been banging West all day, but shout out to the East. We fuck with the East too. Don't trip. We like the East. We're gonna be out there. Don't worry about it. So shout out to the East as well. Dipset, Cameron, Jules, all Dipset all day. You know what I mean? But yeah, so that's our sponsors. Also, shout out to TY Tanks, Tanksley Designs. Hit them up if you need some designs and anything you possibly might need. He can do all that. You know what I mean? Shout out to my company, Jones Does It Marketing Co. If you need some marketing, you need the way to push content, I can show you guys how to get stuff out there. I know a lot of different stuff, especially pertaining to the social media age that we're in. I can help anybody out there who's just trying to build their business. It's the Grind Podcast, and we definitely want to show that grind. We definitely want to push people who's doing positive things out there. And if y'all need a voice, hit us up. We're more than willing to put you guys on the podcast with us. We'll shout y'all out on the podcast, events, products, whatever. Just definitely hit us up, and definitely be on the lookout for those events. And check out my boy Tanks, and check my shit out too. Hey, that's the first cuss word I use all day. All right, all right. So, all right,
finals pick. Yeah. Listen, I don't gotta say it. It's on my shirt. It said Los Angeles Lakers. I am speaking that into existence. I'm speaking it confidently. Lakers will be there at the end of the day at the NBA Finals. They will be your NBA champions. And a lot of you Laker haters will be mad. Like you mad now. Like you always been mad. Even
you mad?
So guess what? They gonna be there. That's my pick. That's who's going to the finals. That's who's beating everybody. That is my limb, and that's what I'm going.
That's what we going with.
That's it. It's Los Angeles Lakers all day.
That's a tough one for me, guys. Although I do think the Lakers will be number one in the West, just because I think LeBron is going to be on vengeance. I think he's going to play more minutes. AD is going to go ham. I think AD might be running up from MVP.
Yeah.
That's how much.
Yeah, that's how. Yeah.
That's how much I think these two dudes gonna ball out.
So what's your pick for the finals?
Guys, that's a tough one, dude. It's hard to make that big. All right. Can I save my pick? Nah, I gotta.
You can't do it this Ain't doing that today.
Not
We're
today.
gonna have you on record.
All right. Let's see. All right, so it's okay. So I'll tell you who I'm thinking might represent the East real quick. Milwaukee or 76ers. I think it'll come down to the end. Game 7. You know what I mean? Between those two. As far as the West, man, that's tough, bro. It's gonna be that's how much competition there is this year, guys. Because there's no hands-on favorite. You know what I mean? Because I think Clippers might have a chance to sneak up in there. I think Denver might actually be in the finals, bro. Possibly with.
Ain't got nothing.
You don't think they don't get together?
That's not my pick. I pick the Lakers. So you got it.
I never bet. That's always been my rule of thumb. Don't never bet against LeBron because LeBron's always there. I'm going Giannis Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee Bucks. That's gonna be my pick. Dang, I just said that.
Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting season.
Yes, I do not believe in Ben Simmons' jump shot.
Listen,
So I think. Hold on. Let me explain my pick. Let me explain my pick. I do not believe in Ben Simmons' jump shot. I still think it's a work in progress. Even though Joel Embiid is that man, you know, he can do everything. I don't think it's enough versus the Milwaukee Bucks. I think they got their card. So I think they'll represent the East. And as far as the West, I think it's a hands up between Lakers and Denver. But if so happens that Denver gets there, I definitely think Milwaukee. But if LeBron gets there, I think you might win the pick.
Yeah.
But if Denver, I definitely think Milwaukee. But if LeBron's there, that's going to be a Clyde for all ages. The best finals I'll probably ever see. And I've seen some good finals.
Yeah, I can see that. That's a real good.
Yeah, I had to explain that because I can't just throw out the Bucks out there and just
that's a real from you back it up. But for sure we can agree that this is going to be one crazy, fun, interesting entertainment NBA season. I cannot wait for it to start. When it doesn't, I have my 2K, NBA 2K. I'll still have game wait on that. I'll still have football that's coming up to wait on that too.
Yeah.
And like I say, ladies, don't get mad. Just join in. Just watch it. It'll be pretty entertaining. Just pick a team and watch it. Throw some NBA parties or something. I don't know. Right. Just join in, because, I understand when sports time, when we come around and in the fall, especially when football and basketball come, and video games stuff come out, it's like, you feel like we ignore you, we don't pay attention. Yeah. But, we still here. Just join in. I promise, you'll have a good time if you join in. Don't rebel against us. You will have a better fighting chance. And maybe life will be much happier.
Y'all have fun.
So
what he said.
I'm just saying, if it's any time to watch the NBA season, ladies and gentlemen, this year. Yeah, this is going to be the most hectic year. It is. I'm really excited.
Talking about every game. Yeah,
everywhere.
It's going to be some good games everywhere.
Yeah, because I know the West.
The level of competition is about to be super.
The West is about to be wild for sure.
But yeah, guys, that's our episode 2 of the Grind Podcast.
I do got a quote for y'all.
Oh, nice.
I got a.
I wasn't expecting
this. Just stay on the grind. Daily encouragement. Take things with you. I've been going through some things myself, so
okay.
Just stay encouraged. I got this quote. It says, "Your mission: be so busy loving your life that you have no time to hate, regret, or fear." And that's what's going to carry.
Good quote.
You know what I'm saying? That's the grind. It's all about just
staying on it. Yep, staying on it.
It's so busy.
Grind. Stay on it, y'all.
I don't care what you do. Like big or small, just love what you do.
Stay on it. Don't worry about all that negative influence, that negativity that people be spitting. There's a lot of things that a lot of people could say about me and TY just doing this, but instead, thankful for our friends and our loved ones. They showing us a lot of love.
Right.
But I know in life that there's other people that might look at you and be like, oh, what's he got? What's he doing? You know what I mean? Yeah, he ain't nothing. He ain't. You know what I mean? We hear that so much. Like, just don't worry about all that stuff.
Right.
If you stay busy and stay focused on your grind and what you got to do, you really ain't gonna have time to be thinking about all that because you got stuff to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's kind of like what that quote's hitting at, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah. So but we definitely appreciate our loved ones and our family friends that been showing us love. We went to my brother's birthday party this weekend, and then all our friends just showed us love, man. I appreciate the wise words. We taking it into account and we using it. You know what I mean? And that's what you need to do on the grind. Listen to the people who's speaking that positive life into you. Don't listen to the people speaking negatively into your life. Listen to the people that are speaking positive. Those are the ones who got your best interests at heart, because they're the ones who want to see you win.
Right.
You know what I mean? Take that with you on your grind. Take that with you on your daily activities.
Right.
Like, hey, bro said this to me. I should do this. You know what I mean? My mom said this to me. I should do this, what she said. You know what I mean? So definitely take those positive people in your life and cherish them and just do what you can to make it happen. Stay on your grind.
Stay on the grind.
Yeah.
Shout
out to our viewers.
Shout out to our viewers.
Thank you for tuning in.
Go watch it.
Yeah.
Go listen to the podcast. Like, share.
iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts.
5-6 different platforms.
Yeah. It's on 8.
Okay,
eight platforms. Eight platforms.
Watch it, share it.
We're gonna put these videos on YouTube, Facebook Live.
Right.
So definitely stay tuned, y'all. Episode 3 next week. I don't know what we're talking about yet, but we'll figure it out. Tyler Tanksy,
AJ Jones.
Let's get it.
Yeah.
With you? No, you mad. Look at you. You mad. You big mad. I'm happy. Leave me alone. I just want some money.